journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Okay, looking good, Billy Ray. Feeling good, Lewis. Here is a trade we had for today at our live trading. We have a head and shoulders pattern, left shoulder higher than the right shoulder. We were selling it at 97. The number was 98. It got to 97.20, so it was filled. This was a poor man's gold, folks. I think there's a major top today in gold and silver. I know you might think I'm nuts, but I'll give you the reasoning behind it. But this is the best way to play it from that point of view. We did do a couple of really nice gold trades today that I'll go through with you here in just a moment. So let's just take a look here at the gold. Here's gold here. This happens to be the February gold, but we need to look at the April. That's this one right here, because that's where the Big Daddy Rabbit's playing right now. This is 100 has much more open interest in this. This is where we are over the last 5 months. Now, I want you to notice you've got an ABCD pattern measuring to 503. You got another ABC pattern measuring to 513. And then you got this last one up here at 5012. So you've got a whole bunch of them. There's the last little ABCD here on this daily is that one right there. You can see it. That's what it's doing now. Now, it's just an ABCD pattern. I know that most people don't believe in ABCD patterns, otherwise we'd see them all the time, but we don't. But that's what it's saying. Can it go higher? It's already higher. That's why copper is a better sale than the silver or than the gold, okay? But here's what we were doing in our live trading today. We were focused on silver because it had like 100% probability of reaching 100. And of course, it's went a great deal more. But here was today's action. There was overnight action right there. There was your early morning low, ABCD, where exactly at the 382. We're just going to put that in here so you can see where the profit objectives would have been. You just mark it in right there. Where are you? You're right up here at your 1.618. Here's where it started. There's your first move. Right here was your first move above $100, okay? It backed off 60 cents. Hit it again, made another new high, backed off to the 382, backed off to the 382, and it's still going up, folks. We're still making higher highs in silver. A Friday and an up week, are they crazy? They're not going to, no one's going to be in their right mind to sell silver at this point. But as you can see, it's measuring to a whole bunch of patterns up here in this $100 to $101 level. That's why it looks so very, very important. If we take a look, we've already looked at the copper and we've already looked at the gold. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick look at platinum. Hardly anybody trades this, but we're going to look at it because the numbers on platinum are pretty good. It's trading at 2,700, near as I can tell, just a little while ago. And remember, platinum used to trade at 2,700 when gold was at 1,900. Back in 2011, August, platinum was at 2,700, gold was at 1,900. A premium, no longer that. So here's where we are now. You can see this measures here to 27.45, okay? The high today on silver has been 27.66. It's went $20 higher than what is forecast. That's as a butterfly pattern up in this area. So we got some major patterns coming through on all of these now. They can go a whole lot higher. That's why I'm recommending, be really, really careful. Copper is the way to do it. Right now, you have we only have a $250 risk in the copper, and that makes it much better than if you're trying to play the game right here. Many things happening today, folks, in the markets that you have to pay attention to because it has to do with money. So what we're going to do now is we're going to switch over and talk about money. Here's where we are. We should be moving down here. I'll put this in because we should take this low out before the end of the show here. We will find out. In fact, we move over to April now, folks, because that's where you want to be going to on this. So we've already taken care of the, we had a really nice win here in the NASDAQ. You can see that was a $2,000 win. We sold it there, covered it right there. And now we should have a little bit of a rally and then down for the rest of the day. We'll see if that works or not, but we'll do one at a time here. And we'll first start to look at right up here at the euro, because the dollar has gone vacation in the U.S. dollar, folks. Here's the euro today. As you can see here this morning, we had a beautiful ABCD here yesterday. Perfect. What we do today, a nice little ABCD, just as clear as a bell. ABCD coming in right at the exact 382, and then the explosive move to the upside. What does this show like on the daily? Well, I'm going to show it to you another way. There it is. We're almost ready to take that high out, okay? Look how quickly it's moved, a little over $2,800, folks, in 1, 2, 3, 4 days. Now, let's look at the dollar index, and you're going to see the exact opposite, because the opposite of this is going to be a move to the downside. You're going to see it 3 different ways. We've been watching it several different ways, but we'll get it up here in just a second, if my little fingers will work the right way. Okay, here's the dollar index. Now, look where we are now. You see that the euro has not gotten to this point yet. It's still quite a bit below. The dollar is still sitting right here at 97.60. What do you think the odds are that it's going to hold this level? It's a 50-50 crapshoot. You really don't know. But look at this big move down. You've got an A, B, C, D leg. That's why people won't be watching that, but people that watch ABCDs will do, because this is how they trap you into some of these markets, and I get trapped a lot. There's your AB leg, there's your CD leg. We're already through it, so we haven't taken that low out. The whole world is looking at that one, just like we are in the euro. However, we also look at the British pound. Remember, we told you about the British pound because it made that 382 retracement on the daily. It looked more bullish than any of the others. And why would that, given the fact that the president just said that they were going to make the United Kingdom the 54th state? I think that's what he said, didn't he? Anyway, there was a 382 right here, just 5 short days ago, right there, 133. Now we're trading it. We hit 136 today, folks. We've made new highs up here in the British pound. No one ever thought that it could, but that 382, very powerful. Look at that. Just comes right down, stops at the 382, and away that it goes. There's another one that we talked about that no one thought that was any good at all, and that was the Japanese yen versus the dollar. We said that Japanese yen had a chance, so we're going to look at it today because we looked at it yesterday. We're going to watch it again today, and you can see, bada bing, bada boom, there was a 382. See what happened when it went below the 382, folks? That was it. Remember, there was our number right up here. All you did today is you go back to the 786, just barely test that number. In fact, what we'll do is we'll microscopically look at this on the hourly chart so you can see how it actually unfolded. There it was this morning. You see there was a little tiny report this morning of some kind. And what does it do? It takes out that high by just a little bit. Just move it over here. You'll be able to see, did not take the old high out, okay? And there's what it is, and then we had this, and then boom, look at this. This big move, folks. This is big move down in the yen today. Big move. 877-927-6648. Stay tuned.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
The reality is that navigating financial markets can be risky. Markets can be chaotic and difficult to understand. Having the latest market advice can help you turn this chaos into a key for creating winning trades. At TFNN, we understand that it can be hard to find reliable market news. That's why each of our market experts offers their very own market newsletter, a must-have tool for every trader out there striving to find an edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets so you can analyze the market before you trade. Try any of our great newsletters risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Just visit the Newsletters tab on the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Okay, folks, what we're going to do now is we've covered the yen, we've covered the dollar, we've covered the British pound, we've covered the euro. We've had a request to cover the Australian dollar. It's in the news today for some reason. I don't know what it was, but we'll put it up here. We haven't looked at that one today. They'll get it up here to see where we were. I'll get this up here. And I have a thing about there's what we want to see. Yep. The Australian dollar has been moving up for quite a while. Oh, I just haven't refreshed it here. Hold on 1 second from last week. And we just keep popping higher and higher. We didn't even get a pullback here. I don't even think that was 382. I'm almost sure it wasn't. But if it was, I'll be surprised. Of course, I'm surprised a lot. There's your low. There's your high. Oh my God. Why did they ever tell anybody about this? There it is right there. And there's probably another one right there and another one right there. Let's just double check just for kicks and giggles. If you're going to do something right, you might as well watch it. I can't tell whether it's that close or not. It's not that sensitive. Yeah, look at that. 382 again and change it 382. It's just going higher, folks. God ever gave you something, boys and girls, this was it. And there's your ABCD right there, bada bing, bada boom. But that's where it all starts. All you have to do to prove it to yourself is this. You get yourself a calculator, okay? Not one of those fancy ones. Just hit the calculator that has square roots and type in 0.382 and then hit square root. And what does that pop up to? 618. And then hit it again. What does that pop up to? 786. Hello, operator. This is how the whole world unfolds. So that's why it all starts with 382. It doesn't start that way all the time, but boy, when it does and you get on that train, that's where you want to be. That's the way you want to be. All right, now one other one is the Canadian dollar, our 51st state. We got to start looking at that because they'll be switching it over. It won't no longer be Canada. They're going to bring it into something else. I don't know what it'll be. It's a 4 to 1 is odds are that the Greenland will be the 52nd state and Cuba will be the 53rd state. After that, remains to be seen. Okay, we want to get up here, not the Japanese yen, Larry. Get the Canadian dollars right above it, you bozo. There it is right there. Here's the Canadian dollar. Also under a little bit of pressure today for the U.S. dollar because Canada's getting stronger with all their exports coming through and stuff. So let's refresh this. and we'll see. With just last couple of days, we went up. It looks like we rallied up to the 61% retracement. Almost all of our trading, folks, is done in the pound and the yen and the pound and the yen and the euro. Those are the main ones that we trade. We don't do the Swiss franc hardly ever. I mean, haven't done one in years, so that is hardly ever. So we went up to the just above the 50% level right here. Now we have coming down hard, which is supposedly because that was the bottom, very strong 3 drive to a bottom, and we rallied well over 300 handles, and then it's coming down and it's going back down below this because we're below the 786. Oh no, we're right there exactly for right now. So if the dollar has any chance at all, okay, it's going to have to hold this level right there because that's what it hit right now. That's why that dollar index is setting on that 97 and change, because all those numbers are coming together on all the other things that we're looking at. So let's move over here and let's talk about the stock market, because we came in here last week. We were, if you remember, we were in the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Let's get this up here. Where is it, Dow Jones? There it is right here. Now we're going to bring it up, and we're going to bring up the 4-hour chart because that's what we were watching, okay? All right, now you came in. Okay, let's move this over here to where we were. All right, there's where we were. You'll notice that we came in here on that Friday. The market closed lower on that day, okay? And we said that as long as we don't take that out, we didn't make it. We didn't take that out. You can see the market started to roll over already. The same thing happened in the S&P 500. If you look at the S&P 500, you'll notice, just get this, look at the same thing, compare apples to apples, get your hourly chart up here, move this over, and we traded on Friday, the 16th, we traded at 90.98 is where it was when it closed, right there, 90.98. And now you can see the market went all the way down here and all the way back up, but it still has not taken us out. That means when we come into a close here with the S&P down 3 right now, all it has to do is it doesn't get above this point. It's going to be down for the week. So even though you had this 3 drive bottom and you had to rally, it's still a weekly reversal to the downside. That would be the second one in a row. Just look at it. If it'll show up by 2 reds, I'm not sure. No, it's too early yet, and that hasn't changed the colors yet. But you already see we took out last week's low already. We did that on Tuesday. And then had the rally Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday when the El Presidente was talking about all of the acquisitions. So it still looks that way to me. There's a lot of other things that are out there that are making things jump around. We'll have to do that. The main ones this weekend are be watching the gold and silver coming in on Monday, because all these numbers on these ABCDs, and they go beyond it by a little bit sometimes. Sometimes they're spot on. But, when your emotionalism is going like it is in the gold, I mean, you should have heard the news today when it went above 5,000 in the April contract. I mean, my gosh, it was like President Reagan got reelected or something, for heaven's sakes. It was that crazy. So that's what we're watching here right now. Now let's switch gears a little bit. And let's get over to the old soybean market, because they're trying to get some business moving over there with China. And we're going to see this is the March soybean contract. Oh, wow. At least it's going up. I can say that if that's all the business they got big troubles. But we've rallied about 17 cents off of this bottom, which is about as meager as bottoms you can possibly get. There's your 61% retracement. But folks, look at this. It's taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days to rally 27 cents. This one took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days here. How much did it rally? Looks like it did exactly the same thing. The harmonic number on this one is 24 and 40. Oh, shut the front door. Get it. There it is right there. All right, they move that over. That'll tell you from 40 to 70. Okay, that's 30 cents right there. So the market should rally 30 cents. 36 cents is the actual number in soybeans, 36 and 18. There's your 36-cent rally. 36 cents onto this. It'll take you right here to 76, and that's where you want to be looking to be a seller. This is still a bear market, folks. You made a small ABCD pattern right here, no question about it. You can draw that in. And believe me, I've spent very little time with these. I'm spending all my time on the financial because I think that's where the big daddy rabbit's playing, and I want to be in the ballpark he's in. So let's move on to the next one. And let's see where we are in the Russell is still, I think it just made a new low. Yeah, I just heard the beeper go off, so it must have made a new low here just now. Yeah, we just did. So it's still moving lower, and Dow Jones is still moving lower. The S&P is trading. It needs to be below 69.60 on the close today, 69.60, and right now we are at 69.43. So we've got a chance here. Put this up, you'll see that we have a slight chance of it moving to the downside. So let's take a little break. We'll be right back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors. This portion of Trade What You See is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Okay, folks, this is Apple. We were looking to buy it at 42. It's got as low as 45, $3 difference from where it is. This might be the bottom. And you'll notice the number of days down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days down. It's very oversold. That's why it's getting a little rally here today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days down, 3-day rally, boom. But this is going to be important to watch Apple, because if it fails from this level, then it's going to go down. But it's got a really strong chance to stay there, because that's also the 61% retracement off of this big low that's way back here. My voice is getting a little raspy because I did the live trading, and now I'm doing this, so it's going to be fun here as we go through looking at these things. Okay, next step is to take a look at I want to show you folks one of the premises that I put in my report. Number one was the fact that the 3-drive pattern on the monthly chart of the New York Stock Exchange Index is at 22,700. That's where it closed on Thursday. I can't even tell what it's doing today because it's delayed. I don't know, but that's completed that. The second biggest thing was the fact that the 10 major banks, all of them are positive. The only other time in the last 92 years that's ever occurred was in September of 1929. Now, there was a guy at that time named Roger Babson who was predicting the market was going to have an 80-point correction. Remember, it's trading at 380, and he said it was due to have an 80% correction, 80-point correction, which is roughly 30% in the Dow Jones. 30% when you're at 3,800 is about almost 100 points. Everybody said he was crazy. He got the nickname as the prophet of loss, not P-R-O-F-I-T, but P-R-O-H-P-E-T, the prophet of loss. That was his nickname. Well, 30 days later, he looked pretty good. He never said a word, good or bad. That was it. And he was wrong, because the market went from 383 to 42. It took 2.5 years to get there, but that was it. He was expecting something, but nothing like the crash that happened. Okay, now let's move on here. I'm not saying a crash is going to happen. All I'm saying, when it goes down, it's going to be bad. That's if it ever does go down, and therein lies the key. I think that it will, but like I say, I'm often wrong, but never in doubt. So those are the main ones that we're watching here. The key that we're looking at for these markets, there's a total of, I think, about 10 different things that I had listed of why the market should go lower. One is the fact that margin debt is 1.4 trillion, highest ever. They've just put in more money in the first 2 weeks in January in any one period, any 2-week period in history. They only have less than 3% now cash available for funds that are not automatically traded, they're under management. And so they're telling you that there's a lot of not buying power out there. Like Mr. Buffett, he's got like 40% buying power from what he says in his reports, but you never know how he's saying it. One time he says one thing, another time he says another thing, so you don't know what he's going to say. That's why we've got to keep an eye on that fellow. He's a pretty sharp dude. Okay, let's move on and just show you some of these stocks, okay? This is the big one. Used to be a monster. This is Broadcom, folks. This used to be $400. Look at it. It's $320. It's still going down. It made a lower low today. It's sits on the high end of the day today. Look at that. It's taken out the December low. It's gone from $420. This is one of the big ones. That's the big one. Now, Amazon's a good one. Let's take a look at Amazon. You can see here. Amazon's up today, up big. This is one of the reasons why the Dow is not down. It's only down 360. If it weren't for this, it'd be down a lot more, because you can see it's strong and it's one of the Dow stocks. Okay, we cover that. Let's move over and let's take a look at, there's so many of them in here that I don't want to miss, but let's look at the Google, because that's been that's the best one of all. Well, no, yeah, it is the best one of all, because it's still right near the highs. You can see we're not too far from the highs. Taiwan Semiconductor was big, but then it had a big break, and it's in between these spots right now. We'll just get up here and let you take a look at it yourself, if I can. Hold on a second, and let's test. I don't want to do that one. There's Taiwan Semi, and you'll see here that we're still hanging up in the air. There's where we are. Now, when this market, they had this special report by Goldman Sachs, all right, on that the day after. See that there was a special report right here. And the day after is the day that somebody came in to buy it, 40 million shares. Somebody sold it because it left this island up here. We haven't really gone anywhere since that island. All right, let's just look at this on a smaller time frame, and it's probably just making a 382 retracement as we speak today. Let's take that and see if that's any good. There's your X. Oh, that's not too good, but we'll get it fixed. Hold on. There it is right here. Down there is your A leg right there, B leg, C leg, D leg, and oops, a little more than 382. It's 0.46. 382 is, well, between this stock being at 300, it's just going to be a point or two, and that comes in exactly at, hold on a second, 35. The high was 37. We're at 33 right now. Okay, that's Tesla. Now, Tesla is the next one we want to look at. Come over here, take a look at Tesla. Got to put the prices in there. There it is right now. Tesla's had a pretty good rally so far this morning. Let's see where we are from yesterday. So we're still coming down. We've had a 3-day rally here. Now it looks like, I haven't done it. It looks like that 3-day rally is exactly 382. Let's see if that's what it is. And there it was today, right there at the old 382, 2 days in a row. It's down on the day by just a hair, but the last rally we had was nothing more than 382. The big one today that's gotten hit really hard is Intel. Now that's a Dow stock, but it's so cheap it doesn't even count because it's under triple digit. No, I think it is triple digit, but it's not big enough to count because it's just got $44. Are you kidding me? That's not triple digit. That's double digit. You can see here, there was our price objective, the ABCD. The market just continued to run. And then bad news came out, and boom, there it is. We'll move this over. You can see there's what we were looking at, and that's a big drop, folks, today. Holy cow, 54, it's down 20%. That's a big drop, and not only that, it's near the low of the day. It's somebody's they're dumping this stock like hot potatoes. Look at that. There was your open, and just been lower than that all day long. So this is not a good stock to be in. That's one of the guys that makes these chips. Okay, so those are some of the ones that we're looking at. I think we got a break coming up here to save my bacon. We got a few there's it. We'll be right back. Stay tuned, folks. We're going to do some grains when we come back.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Okay, folks, so we have to talk about natural gas. This is a nearby contract. February only has less than 50,000 open interest. The March contract, which is the lead contract, has 350,000. We were watching this today because it had a beautiful buy pattern right here, and then it's had this pretty big run going up. But let's take a look at the April. Remember, this is trading at 54.23. They had somebody trapped, and they still do, and they have to get this natural gas. The only way they can do it is buy it through the futures. That's why it's being shown. We'll forget cattle for now. Don't really need to worry about that. But let's bring up the natural gas again on the March contract so we can all see it together, because that was one of the ones that we had today. Had a beautiful ABCD pattern. This was early this morning. Had several, actually. The first one was we missed because we weren't on the air at that time, but this is one that I did. We had a little... I know you guys are bored with ABCD, but that's all I know, folks, so you're going to have to bear with me. I'll try to make it as entertaining as possible. There's AB. There's your CD leg right here. Market goes from 59 down to this level right here, which is $1,400 lower. And then it takes off like a rocket ship, and we know rocket ships end with ABCD. There's your AB. There's your C. And there's your D. And it went up to 63. The high was 66. And then we come down and down and down. Now, we got to this point right here. This was very interesting because we didn't make an A, B, C, D to the downside, telling you there was some strength involved. And all we've done since then is just now feel like AB. This thing trades A, B, C, D all day long, folks. A, B, C, and D. A, B, C, D, and where does it stop? Exactly at the 61% retracement. There it is, right there, A, B, C, D. That makes that a small little garly. Means that we should come down a little bit more. Make sure that the guys pull back in this area right here, but that's exactly what we're looking at. You looked at the symmetry. You're up 1, 2, 3, 4 bars up in this run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars in this run. But notice how long it took to make the 61% retracement. That's why it spent more time at that level. When you're doing ABCDs, it's a quantitative guess. And I mean, it's done with numbers. In other words, you got to be within a certain amount. That's why you just can't find it. If you find a better way of understanding these charts work, please let me know, because I can't see one. I can't. That's what my big mystery is. Why aren't some of these Wall Street guys that make 50, 100 times more than I do aren't there saying, hey, there should be a little bit of danger here, folks. There's a little bit of a yellow flag out here. We got the big leader of the market, the AI's lead is going bonkers to the downside. The next home building, okay, then 18% of our GDP is in the sewer. You look at Home Depot, look at those stocks. I mean, they're not doing very good at all. The transportation's making a 3 drive to a top pattern. Let's look at the transport today, because with the market being strong on one end, it should be on the other. Let's check and see. Get the IWT up here, and we'll see if it's going to, there it is right there. We got to get it up here on the daily and see if we've popped out above that. And nope, we're still right in the ballpark. It's down a little bit from that level. There it is right there. It's been a little bit of a down day the last few days. So going to be watching this one very closely. Now, also, we already looked at Intel. We want to look at, you talk about, here's Home Depot. It's right there underneath that one right there. Here's Home Depot. Now, there ought to be some buying coming into this stock here pretty soon, folks, because it's been down a lot. Now, it's been a while since I looked at this, so let me get this out of the way. And then all I got to do is hit this once. Now, from the high that we made right back here, all right, low came in. We went right up to the exact 61% retracement yesterday. So if this is any good, it should start down. Now, it was down yesterday, but today it's back up again. So this is going to be a key to watching this one as we go through. Our good friend JP Morgan, you want to take a look at that one? This one's, you talk about a stock that's getting hit pretty bad from where it was. Look at that. We're down from 340. We dropped 450 points, folks, and we're still dropping. You see, it's dropping again today. So all this news that was so bullish, maybe not so much. And you can see that's where it's, heading down to the downside. This was particularly interesting because you had a beautiful 382 here just a few days ago, right on the money, within a half a point of that 317, and it's already down 40 handles from that level. Okay, now a couple others, and then we'll move on to some other questions that we have. We talked about Lilly before. There it is, Meta. That was in the news. It's moving strongly today, from what I understand. Understatement of the year. There it is right now. This has been beaten up pretty bad. The stock's gone from 430 down to 330. You can see it here on this. It's been straight up for many, many years, but that's what we're looking at right now. We went up to the exact 618 the other day, and we stayed there. Well, that's Home Depot, and I think we were trying to talk about Meta. Try that one, Larry. All right, here's Meta. I think it's having a pretty big move this last 2 days for sure. In fact, more than that, let's just try it out. All right, there's where we are. Now, we know that this trend is really strong. I can tell you this didn't do the 382 thing. I can tell you the way it closed though. Yeah. See, there was your pullback right here. And let me refresh this. I thought something's not right, and I'll try to explain to you here. Yeah, it's not giving. Oh, you know why? I get delayed data on the stocks, and I don't. Yeah, forget that. I shouldn't count that. It doesn't count. So not to. Oh my gosh! It finally undelayed. All right, here's what I'm trying to say here. We did have a little pullback here that early morning, and okay, gold is breaking down now. Hold on just a second, folks. I got to take care of that in a second. Let's do it now. Forget it. Get this out of the way. Gotta pay the piper when it's here. Come on. Not the April, I'm in the February. There it is right here. It's beeping up here. There's where we are. Okay, see, I expected it to come down. Now it's almost making the ABCD. All right, see, there's the ABCD coming in here right now. We'll turn this off, and now will be the time I want to be covering it. And we'll come over here, and we'll see where we are here. Should be doing it right now instead of messing around with the price, because I can tell you that's where it is. All right, let me get right there. There's where AB is CD, and ABCD is right there where it be right now at 59. So there it is right now at 59. It's trading at 59. And I have got to get up and take a look at that here. I'll cover that in just a second here. Got a break coming up, and then we'll be right back, and we'll cover some more things. If you have any questions, call them in at 877-927-6655. 848, and I'll be answering them if I can. So we'll be with you in just a few short minutes, I hope. 31 seconds. Oh, there we're gone. Okay, we're all right.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Okay, folks, this is the most important chart of the year, in my opinion. This is an ABCD pattern on the monthly New York Stock Exchange Index. You can see it right here. There's your ABCD measuring to 22,700. That's where it closed on Friday. You have another ABCD measuring the same price. And then you also have, these are monthlies. You can see the last 6 months. We have another one going right here. I show that on another chart so that you can see it easily. There it is right there, measuring up to the same level. And these are monthly charts, folks, so you got to pay real close attention to this. Maybe it doesn't work this time and things are not going to go up. Not many people look at ABCDs. In fact, I don't see any out there very much. probably because they lose some of the time. That's what are you going to do? Not much else of that. Also remember that the most bearish thing that we were looking at all week long, of course, was Bitcoin. And you can see it's been coming down quite a bit. It's up a little bit right now, about 1,000 points, but that's, just this little 3-day bounce. It really doesn't mean very much, but it's extremely bearish. There was your high at 126. And then there's your pullback right here at 10,000, 100,000. And we backed all the way off, $10,000 over the last 9 trading days. And now we're having a little 3-day quiet little bump. And if we looked at this on a shorter term 4-hour chart, you'll see exactly that's what it is. It's nothing more, nothing less. There it is right there. There's your ABCD right at your 382. Just go up and measure from your high right down to your low. There's your 382 is what you'll do. And there it is within a point or two where it is right now. Not closed yet. It'll probably get there and then start down again. But that's a $10,000 drop, folks, from the high. And now we're getting this little piddly 8-day rally here. Very small. See you on the flip side tomorrow, folks. Live every day in an attitude of gratitude and may God bless.